In tonight's viewer mail, we discuss if saturated fat is healthy and the difference between oils. 22 News registered dietitian Nancy Dell is live in the studio to answer your questions. So Nancy, our first question is from Ed via the internet. He says, I'm confused by the Time magazine article on butter and other saturated fats being healthy now. What do you think?
Well, in March, the Annals of Internal Medicine published an analysis of 72 studies that showed eating saturated fat found in animal foods did not increase the risk of heart disease. As a result, people started eating more butter, cream, and meat. And in June, the June edition of Time magazine proclaimed "Eat butter." Some experts disagree and say the analysis of the studies had several major errors and should be retracted. While the argument continues, here is where we stand right now. Possibly, for some, saturated fat may have a neutral effect on heart disease. Dairy fat may have some protective benefit compared to meat fat. However, the omega-3 found in flaxseed, walnuts, and fish are more beneficial than any other type of fat. Here is what most experts do agree on, both sides do agree on. We're healthiest when we eat real food, not processed foods made from refined carbohydrates like bread and pasta, crackers, chips, and sweets. Real food is close to the form found in nature, including fruits, vegetables, legumes, brown rice, milk, nuts, steaks and chops, not processed hot dogs and sausage. So if you decide to have some butter, steak, and cream, follow the suggested portion on the label and think moderation. This is no ticket to indulge in mega cheeseburgers and put globs of butter on that corn on the cob.
So Nancy, should these foods then be organic?
It is ideal if they're organic, since the pesticides in the environment tend to settle in the fat in the animal.
Gotcha. And our second question is from Ella in Wilbraham. She asks, why are expeller pressed and cold pressed oils better than oils that do not make that claim?
So most oils are extracted from the nut, the seed, or the bean with a chemical called hexane. Hexane is toxic to our nervous system, but the Centers for Disease Control say the amounts are too small to have an effect. Expeller pressed oils are made by putting the nut, seed, or bean into a centrifuge and spinning it out, or putting them in a screw press. This way you avoid the hexane. Some heat is created in the spinning and pressing. The heat may affect the flavor of delicate oils like olive and walnut. So cold pressed oils are the same as expeller pressed, but the temperature is controlled to preserve the delicate flavors, the antioxidants, and extend the shelf life.
If you have a question for Nancy, you can write to her via the address on your screen or log on to our website at wwlp.com.